season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Niners at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Second and 8 coming up. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. He'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 6. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robbie Anderson, 73 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey. 4 down. Check 3. Cougar 19.
Now back to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Working with a 2nd and 3. McCaffrey running up the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackled by Avonte Maddox.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Mike 17, Mike 17. Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 59 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also...
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the slant.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Tariq Cohen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
49ers 7.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the 29, Hurts escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, Hurts. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They go play action with Hurts. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49ers 7.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go, D.
Back to throw here. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They give him a gain of 38. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, 82 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
49ers 7.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 78 yards. And the Niners are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Ready. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Another run with Sanders. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Come on, set, 1918.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A give running left, it's Sanders. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Ballooning, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. There's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
So don't say nothing. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Bronco 80, 79 Broncos.
Pick me up. Here we go. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Check 52.
Hurts. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Philadelphia, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy, captain, I'm strapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Sick of the pain, no one to call up for help. No one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor. In the trenches like a war, if they wanna give 'em more when I touch down.